quick, leave a like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds if you guys are excited to see the Polar Peak monster reveal itself. Yo, what's going on guys, welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale video here on my channel. So as of recently, to do with the live event build-ups for this Polar Peak monster revealing itself, we've seen the emerge and submerging of this ice castle in the far distance of the Fortnite Ocean. The reason this directly links to our Polar Peak monster is because, well, data miners were able to establish this direct connection, literally, of this ice castle being on the monster's back or head. In today's video, from further details and further updates being made to our Fortnite map, we can not only tell the intent of this monster that is revealed, but also the first look at this Polar Peak monster itself. So make sure you're sticking around and watching the full video today, because we've got a ton of information to go over in terms of leaks from the files, things that developers have teased, and also things that have currently been updated into the game. Very quickly, before we get into any details regarding the reveal or when this will happen of the Polar Peak monster, I'd quickly like to mention that 60% of my demographic, even out of you guys watching this video right now, aren't subscribed to the channel. So if this applies to you and you like the content you've been seeing, if you've happened to see a few of my videos, then consider subscribing. And also, once you've subscribed, to stay up to date with all the newest things happening in the world of Fortnite regarding this live event build-up of the Polar Peak monster revealing itself, then make sure you're hitting the notification bell and allowing all notifications like on screen right now to come through to you guys as soon as I upload these new videos. I'm also currently running right now until June 20th, 2019 a free 2,800 V-Bucks giveaway. Here's how you guys can enter for a chance to win. All you need to do to enter is leave a like in this video down below, subscribe to the channel with post notifications turned on so you never miss a future upload when I upload whatever I upload, and actively use my creator code on screen right now, code FriendlyMachine, in the item shop. Make sure you're checking if it's automatically reset, as this happens every 2 weeks, and if this applies to you, then re-enter it. And if you guys happen to forget this code at any point throughout watching the video or want to enter it after, it will remain on screen in the top left hand corner throughout this full video's duration. Anyways, with all of that out of the way now, let's get into our first piece of information, which ultimately is vital in your understanding of the developments that are going to be made to this Polar Peak live event, where the monster will seemingly break out or reveal itself from the water. The gameplay on screen right now is not provided by myself, as you can see a watermarker, Jack2Skag, who owns the gameplay, who I'll link to the original upload and his channel in the video description down below, so make sure you're subscribing to him. This is really cool looking. Not only that, but it basically confirms that this event, or these occurrences of this iceberg or ice castle emerging from the water, are only placeholders for something even bigger happening. It doesn't mean that this is directly going to recollide with the map like the iceberg originally did, having this as a named location like these mini kind of floating icebergs on the outskirts of the Polar Peak region. Because there are no textures inside, it directly confirms that this is not finalized or the final thing we're going to be seeing, or appearance of this ice castle or iceberg around our Fortnite island in the distant ocean. This also directly correlates and makes sense of Donald Mustard's previous bio before Party Royale occurred, roaming, obviously representing what was happening right now in our Fortnite realm, where Polar Peak's iceberg and the monster were roaming in the ocean. Considering we've only been able to see physically with our eyes the ice castle and tip of the iceberg roaming now, how do we know definitely that this monster is beneath the surface of the water? The reason this is pretty much confirmed, despite the obvious theory that how would an iceberg suddenly just emerge and then submerge itself under the water if not attached to anything underneath, Donald Mustard caption tweeted a kind of curious face to this tweet by CNN, which directly foreshadowed something big beneath the surface, as you can see, under something. And obviously with the cryptic messaging and kind of subliminal messaging that Epic Games developers like to, target to us, the Fortnite audience, to then decipher, this directly makes sense of what's directly beneath the surface of this iceberg or ice castle. The original tweet from CNN itself also foreshadows something big living underneath the moon's surface, which is directly what we're seeing now, something big underneath Fortnite's ocean surface, which obviously reflects why Donald Mustard retweeted and captioned this tweet. Also, regarding the fact that nobody expected anything like this to happen, who knows what unexpected tricks Epic Games have up their sleeves in regards to developments that are going to be made toward this monster revealing itself and the live event surrounding its return. We do, however, know when the next step is going to be implemented, as content updates typically include developments made toward this live event. For example, in 9.1's update, as you can see in the tweet on screen right now, this included the implementation of the eye at the depths of Polar Peak's iceberg near the very bottom. Upon 9.2's most recent update going live, we saw the aftermath of this flooding monster taking the tip of the Polar Peak iceberg and the ice castle along with it, and we know it dived into the water, ultimately making sense of Donald Mustard's Season 9 teaser tweet at the end of 2018 regarding jumping off a cliff, as this monster is foreshadowed to jump off this cliff into the water with Polar Peak's Dissipate Castle. As all the previous statements I've mentioned have become true, and this ice castle attached to the monster has been seen emerging from the water, the final thing to be revealed is a certain part or the full monster itself, which could be shown at some point throughout the implementation of the 9.3 update. But when is this 9.3 update, considering nobody really knows an exact date? Thanks to leakers and data miners pulling direct information from the developers out of the files, we've been able to determine that the 9.3 update in Battle Royale will be coming or implemented in the week of 18th of June, which is the following week from what we're in now, starting on the Monday. Considering the 18th itself is indeed a Tuesday, not the direct start to a week being a Monday, we can definitely expect the update to be rolling out this day or the day after, with the announcement the night prior on Fortnite's official Twitter that a downtime will be soon occurring the following morning. Moving on to our next topic, the most exciting part of this video, or most anticipated, the first official recorded form of this monster in our Fortnite puzzle. With every downtime update that occurs for our most recent one, the 9.2 update, we were added in the game's files 2 more Fortnite pictures solving this whole puzzle. As you can clearly see in the bottom right, we see a monster seemingly scratching or destroying a named location, with claw marks similarly resembling in the hands to these imprints at Polar Peak's outskirts. Assuming this monster goes around on all fours, and obviously the front things it's holding up here, the fork-shaped arms are legs. If we compare these feet or arms, whatever you want to refer to them as, side by side with the imprints, they clearly correlate and are the same as each other basically. There are 3 claws on the imprint in the snow, there are 3 toes or claws on the monster in this Fortnite image, and even 4 the slash marks above it. Connecting this with some destroyed buildings almost foreshadows a named location is going to come to its demise at the hands of this monster returning to our Fortnite island. One of the most interesting things about this monster and what it reveals is the fact that it seems to be breaking out of something, and because of the fact it's been contained for so long, seems furious. Maybe the ice castle isn't the only thing the monster pulled along upon its escape from fleeing so suddenly seemingly toward the closest exit of our Fortnite island. If you guys look at Polar Peak, what it once was, how big the iceberg and amount of ice chunks were, it's clear to see that this doesn't add up to the amount that could be seen at the bottom of Polar Peak if the iceberg was to just collapse, ultimately resulting in only this peak of the iceberg going along with the monster. So does this mean that parts of the monster underneath the surface submerged under the water are frozen, and this outbreak that's portrayed in the Fortnite image resembles what's going to happen in the future for this live event developing or occurring, the outbreak of this monster from the ice and revisiting the island to act its revenge. Based off the size of this giant eye, we know this is going to reflect in this monster being even more ginormous. Here is a concept on screen right now drawn to resemble what we can see in the Fortnite puzzle, the outline of the monster anyways, with the iceberg and ice castle attached to its back. Obviously every part what we can't see that's seemingly submerged underwater. This is definitely an interesting concept, also like the concept I stated before that's sense-worthy, with the destruction of named locations at the hands of this monster being dealt. This also came true slightly in today's update, our small update on the 12th of June 2019, with the destruction of these 2 Viking houses at Snobby Shores. Considering we're not seeing the most major actions or movements of this monster, for example it's fled, the destruction of these 2 Viking houses could have very well been due to the monster revisiting for a short period of time, or letting us know that it's not gone too far. This makes sense considering Snobby Shores is a named location directly on the cliff edge of the map, meaning that the monster would only need to briefly visit and not even hop onto the island out of the water in order to destroy these houses due to its size. This could also mean that our next appearance in the water could be literally just on the outskirts of the island, directly below in the water's edge region of the cliff. Everything in the world of Fortnite has a reason behind it, and I believe this is the reason for the destruction, portraying the monster returning, however not knowing its exact location around our Fortnite island's edge. Either way, combining all the information I've thrown at you guys in today's video and ultimately made sense of, I want to know your theories in the comment section down below, and if it's good enough or makes sense or is something that I haven't mentioned that many people are thinking is going to be coming true, I may perhaps showcase it and credit you in the next video, so make sure to not miss out on this opportunity of basically theorising alongside me. If you enjoyed this video or found any of the information helpful or just generally want to support it and get it out there to more eyes or ears, then make sure you're leaving a like on the video down below. I understand also this video was completely compressed, full of useful information that maybe perhaps the natural person, the natural human, couldn't comprehend in just one watch. If this is the case, the liked playlist is also, by leaving a like, a great place to store the video to refer back to, as it's easy to access on your YouTube homepage. If you also want to stay up to date with the most recent development made in Season 9 regarding this live event occurring, with the revisit and reveal of the monster itself, then make sure you're subscribing to the channel down below as mentioned at the start of the video, with the post notification bell turned on to allow all notifications as seen on screen, like this right now, to come through to you guys as soon as I upload when I upload those new videos. If you made it up until this point in the video, also make sure to let me know you did by commenting #fullvid in the comment section. Everybody who comments this down below will receive a heart off me and thanked personally for the extra additional support, because I understand not many people will watch the entire video. Either way, the support means the world and I can't thank you guys enough for continuously showing it across my channel. Hopefully I can see you guys in the future videos to come by recognising you in the comment section, and I'm out. Have an amazing rest of your day or night wherever you are whenever you're watching. Have a good one, take it easy, and as always, peace.